So, the next person I would like to bring up, he is a sales coach that will definitely help your business improve and obviously make some more money. That's the real goal, right guys?
Come on.
But we're also here to provide quality, compassion, and a sense of community. So, I would like to bring up Mr. Mike Lofton.
Yeah.
All right, how's everybody doing?
Great.
Great? Just great. So I'm just like that guy. I like cussing too, so I'm gonna call bullshit. All right? We're great. You came out tonight for great. That's awesome. So let me ask you a question. How many people love networking?
Yeah.
Love networking. That was viable too. All right. Let me ask you another question, and I want you to answer this in your own head. What is your purpose in going out and networking? What's your purpose? Are you going out because I want to make more connections? I'm going out because I want to meet more people? Because if that's your answer, I'm going to call it bullshit. Because you don't go network to meet people. You go out to network to create relationships. Is that fair?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing? So today what we're going to talk about is how you can get your message out when you're networking in that 30, 45 seconds. Because let's be honest, when we're on our phone, how long does it take before someone loses interest in a video? 5 seconds, 10 seconds. If you don't have their attention, it's a done deal, right? We're swiping, we're done, on to the next thing. Hey, guess what? It's the same thing when you're networking. If you don't know what your message is, if you don't know what your ask is, and you don't know what you're actually trying to accomplish, tell me the last 15 networking events that you went to, and tell me 3 people that made an impact on you. Can you guys do that? Can't do it, right? Now, that goes the same thing for you. You went out and you met 500 people in the past year. You got 50 business cards. You sent out 25 emails. How memorable is that for the other person when it comes to thinking about you and your business? Does that work the same way? It's the same message, right? So how do you make yourself memorable when you're talking to someone? So can we go ahead and go through the 3 things and then we're going to practice them? Is that okay with you guys?
Do it.
So the first one is authenticity. Authenticity, right? Show up and be you. You can't be who you're supposed to be if you're worrying about who they want you to be. You need to show up the way that you show up and speak the way that you speak. Because what happens is we attract who we are. We attract who we are. So if we show up as somebody we're not, we're going to attract the client that we don't want to have to begin with. And who wants the shittiest client or the shittiest person that I know? Anybody? You want the worst client I've ever met in my life? Absolutely not, right? But when we show up and we're not authentic in the way we show up, we're attracting what we don't want to attract. So that's number 1, be authentic. Number 2, what problem do you solve? Who can answer that right now? You got it? What problem do you solve?
Hunger.
Hunger.
Yes.
Not fair, and I should have paid attention to the big one. You got me on that one. You solve hunger. I'm with it. More importantly, though, how do you solve hunger? What makes you different than any other chef, food truck, I'm assuming, baker, right? What makes you different?
The love I put into my creations. I'm an artist. It's not just a plate. To my customers, it's a plate. To me, it's a masterpiece.
And why is that important to anybody else when you're out networking?
They're gonna taste it if they try it. But it's important because food is important. Everybody has to eat.
Yep.
And when you eat, you want the best quality of food you can possibly get your hands on, especially if you haven't eaten for the whole day. So
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that every plate that people get is the best that I can create as an artist.
Is he passionate about what he does?
Yes.
Is there any doubt in the passion that he has in his business, right? So the problem you solve is you help feed people with a passion for not shitty food.
Correct.
Oh, is that a 15-second commercial for him?
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
So for the rest of you guys, what problem do you solve? When you're meeting people and you walk up, if I walk up and I go, hey, I'm a business coach, does that mean something different for you than it means for this guy right here? Does that mean something different for you than it means for her?
Yeah.
Now, if someone says, hey, Mike, nice to meet you, what do you do? And I say, hey, you ever met that business owner that has no idea how to get their arms around their business and they just don't have the vision to get done what they want to get done? You ever met that business owner? Anybody met that person?
Yeah.
Right? Or if I said, or hey, how about that salesperson that says sales is a numbers game? And if they understood that sales is actually a science and they knew the neurology of how to talk to people, they could build their business. You know that salesperson? What do people say? Yeah, I know. Well, hey, that's crazy, because that's what I do. I'm a business coach and I'm a sales trainer.
Come on.
Is my message clear on the problem that I solve?
Absolutely.
So, what I want you guys to do is I want you, when we break out in the group here in a second, I want you to have a conversation, be authentic and be vulnerable with the stranger or the person that you're going to connect with that you do know to talk about what problem do you solve and then how do you solve that problem. Because if you have that figured out in your head, going to networking events and talking to people is easy to do.
Come on.
It's easy because you're authentic and you know what the hell's going on in your own business. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
So what is your message? What problem do you solve? And how do you solve that problem? Because if we're serious about success,
Come on.
then we're going to take the message that we're going to get done with this and be successful with it so we can have the success we want and deserve. Is that fair?
Let's go.
All right, that's all I got.
Make some noise, y'all.